they will be paid a stipend or a salary at least for being neighborhood watchers. Once again, we don't need them if we have an efficient police force. So I get the impression that this bill is introduced to police us, to toe the line, and if we don't toe the line, we will not be able to have any freedom. There won't be freedom of speech, there won't be freedom of traveling, there won't be freedom of everybody. All of us will start suspecting our friends because we won't know who's telltaling on us. We won't know. And everybody will turn on one another, and there will be no peace in this country. But the peace will be peace enforced if we toe the line. Let's not go back into history, please. Let's go forward. Let's create a new country together. Let's take hands.
I'm afraid. I was afraid of stopping you, and I'm afraid that people will be saying that I gave you more than 3 minutes, which happened. But it's what you said. When I started, I said, we are here to get your recommendations, not to answer questions. Should be telling us, or what do you think about the bill? What do you favor you?
Thank you so much.
Because you are over the 3 minutes.
Thank you. I just want to say a second.
30 seconds.
Thank you. Please don't answer me now. There's no time for that. I just want whoever drew that bill up to at least create an opportunity, facilitate educating people on the bill so that they know exactly from A to Z what it stands for. We cannot study it. We need a legal person to sit here who had to come in 8 o'clock this morning. So by now...
Ali Patel, and I'm from Algemar, Drakenstein, in the city of Drakenstein municipality that is in Cape Town. However, before I go further, I would like to ask the members of the committee's permission if I may present the presentation of Mr. Ibrahim Jacobs, who unfortunately is delayed at another meeting. Ibrahim Jacobs.
Go ahead. Okay. Remember the 3 minutes.
All right, thank you. Okay, Mr. Jacobs resides in Ward 6 in the greater municipality of Mossel Bay, and he's an Algemar member. He's very grateful for the opportunity to address this esteemed committee on a matter of paramount importance to our democratic South Africa. That is the prevention of torture. We reflect our painful past under the apartheid regime, where communities, individuals endured unspeakable atrocities. It is incumbent upon us to ensure that such violations of human rights never occur again. And Algemar would like to recommend that the clause on torture be removed from the bill. Further, the role of the Inspector General of Intelligence. In pursuit of building a democratic South Africa founded on principles of justice and equality, the establishment of oversight mechanisms to prevent abuses of it is essential. Central to this endeavor is the role of the Inspector General of Intelligence, tasked with ensuring accountability within our intelligence services and safeguarding against the repetition of the past, not just the past, but also what can be incorporated directly into the final iteration of the bill. We'd also like to recommend that there should be efficient or more oversight from civil society. In conclusion, the prevention of torture is not merely a legal obligation, but a moral imperative that lies in the heart of our democratic aspirations. By strengthening the role of the Inspector General of Intelligence in the General Intelligence Bill, we can honor the sacrifices of those who have suffered and build a future where human dignity is upheld and protected for all. I urge this committee to seize this historic opportunity to enact meaningful reforms that will ensure justice, accountability, and respect for human rights in our beloved South Africa. Al-Jamaah otherwise supports the bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think, as I said earlier on, if there are any other submissions or inputs, there's the table there, and we still have got until the 15th of February to submit any more inputs that we still have.
Njengoko ke besitshilo ngaphambili ukuthi ke lisekhona ithuba loba abantu bangafaka iziphakamiso ezibhaliweyo ezinye zinonikezwa lapha etafuleni kanti ke abanye basenozithumela nge-email ixesha ke lokuvala yi-15 kaFebruary.
So I think can I get are there any announcements
Is daar enige aankondigings
from our table there?
van ons tafelpersoneel?
In terms of food or whatever, can I get any indication from there? Okay, sorry. Okay, can I then have the email address? Can I hand it over to both of you to read it to?
Ons gaan nou die e-posadres vir voorleggings aan u gee. Dit is glab, G-E-L-A-B, kleinskrif 2023 at of by parliament.gov.za.
I-email address ke yothumela iziphakamiso ezibhalwe ngu-glab ubhalwa njengo-GILAB 2023 at parliament.gov.za.
I see there's a hand that it's very, very vociferous. You can see by the way it is. Can I then maybe take, but we wouldn't justify coming late. Coming late is not justified, but I can see you are just about to lynch me. I'm afraid. Can I take yourself? Any?
Enige ander hande?
Oh no, 2, 3, 4, 5, the last 5.
Die laaste 5.
Six, 7, the last 7. As you are, sit as you are. Maybe that would be the problem of, can I say, maybe transport or so. don't want to be mad at.
Right. No cell number. So can you just give your first name and surname for me? Okay, sir. Are you speaking? Closer. So this gentleman.
Okay, we've got 6. Did we have 6 hands or 7? Those would be the last ones. 7, those were the last ones. Eight. How many do we have now? 8. Okay. Thank you very much. Can we then we are going to honor our 3 minutes.
Mizuzu mithathu ke.
Because
Okay, you're on the floor.
bandithabathela ithuba ndibulele kumphathi msebenzi kwakunye nabo bonke abamngqongileyo. My name is Lulamile Class. I'm from KwaNokuthula, Plettenberg Bay, ePito. Chairperson, qala phambi kobana ndithi ndiyayamkela ibill mandithi siyabulela kakhulu kurhulumente waseMzantsi Afrika kwinxaxheba athe wayithatha to support abantu abaye basengozini kwimfazwe ebikhona ePalestina, to support the Palestine. And another, I think, up in South Africa, sinensohla yokuthi asikho racist, asohluli bantu. Siyabathanda bonke abantu kuba inhliziyo yethu yakhele emntwini. Siyayibulela kakhulu urhulumente londo. Ibill yona ndiyayisupporta 100%. Izizathu.
Lulamile Class from Nokuthula at Pito Municipality in Plettenberg Bay. Firstly, before I talk on to the bill, I want to thank the government of South Africa for the stand it took to support the people of Palestine. We in South Africa, we are not racist. We welcome and love every human being. And I want to say that I support the bill. The reason for that is
Isizathu sokuba ndisupporte ibill akubalekanga into yobana sehle senyuka sisilwa nezinto okanye neprograms eziziswa boburhulumente kuba eyona nto ibalulekileyo ukuba ngaba wena as a community member, people that are on the ground, you are not doing moves to show that the government unayo intsohla nenhliziyo yokokuba lento mayiqhubekeke, the officials zizawurelaxa because akho nto niyenzayo nina kwi-ground level, because we are pushing our political agendas. Endaweni yokokubana sizame usupporta the government, you check what color of the t-shirt laa mntu uphaphambili ayinxibayo. Endaweni usupport ubuntu, funeka sikhokhelise ubuntu, singakhokhelisi ubuhlanga obusahlulayo. That is why intswela ngqesho ingakwazi ukuqhubekeka ibheke phambili. Imali khona, but ingxaki sebantwini because people are divided.
it will not help us if we are going to fight each and every programs that comes with the government or fighting individuals. If the government itself is not resting. For instance, some people would check what kind of a t-shirt you are wearing before they can assist you with regard with the whatever programs that the government comes. So it will be easy for the enemy to come and blame the government if the government is relaxing and not monitor whatever it presents to the people.
Chairperson, ndizawuhlala phansi nelithi kuni ngoba nisiphathele le bill. Le bill kungaske ingathathi ixesha lide oba mayiphinde ibuyele ebantwini sizoyibona ba isebenza njani. Kuba thina asinamandla ukubana sizame unyokotya okanye sityhale okubana makwenzeke ngokwentando yethu. Nikhona nina to support us and us to support you because zihamba zombini ezi zinto. But masijonge into enye. There are people that are on the ground. They informers. Uba ngaba benofumana ithuba Chairperson ndikutyhilela inhliziyo yam about what happened at Plettenberg Bay. The officials zakwa intelligence, they are using the poor of the poorest. how iza i-official ithathe umntu imenze a secret informer, you understand? Now that person uyawenza umsebenzi, but when it comes that person to get money, that official is stealing the money of that poor or the poorest. It's what is happening. What I'm asking from you and what I'm begging from you as the leadership of the parliament, if you can, niqinisekise by all means, nisusa all the, what to call it, the problem is the political deployment. If you put those people calling themselves politicians there in front, and this is intelligence.
You won't be able to perform your intelligence duties.
Yeah, because ingxaki abezelihlile khona lo ungaphambili uzabe ekhokhelwa ngilambutho evotelwe ngabantu, but xa kufumaniseka ba kunento against that person, it will akuzuba lula kuni uba ngaba nisebenza umsebenzi wenu, because nizawumanipulate zonke ii-processes because of that person.
Because the person who will be leading will be the person who's been voted for and who's a political deployee. Should that person do anything wrong, it won't be easy for you to take some steps towards the person.
Please open an opportunities for the whistleblowers, for the informers, for the neighborhood watches. These people are working very hard for the police. Ubangaba kubeko ipolisa. Because those informers are the one abakwazi ukureportela ipolisa into there's drugs in that house. But those people till today they are suffering. For 15 years usebenza is the informer, but kausalata at the back, out of millions of rands ozenzileyo as the informer to the government or to the intelligence, but you only call maybe 30,000. Let me tell you this, to be an informer up in South Africa now, Impimbi Iseko, you are fighting for your community to make sure Sine community is safe. Amanda.
Thank you very much. I see the passion that you raised your hand on.
Good afternoon. My name is Nicholas Senekal. I am from Grootbrak. I'm South African. That would be Ward 5 in the Garden Route District Municipality. I'm making my submission on behalf of the Al Jameer. Our Constitution gives us the right to strike. Why is there a clause in this bill which denies that staff of intelligence the right to strike? If they are being treated unfairly and the channels through which they address their grievances to is not dealing justly with the problem, how does the state expect that its intelligence staff will carry out its work efficiently? The bill must have a clause on arbitration to resolve disputes. To have a communication channel such as arbitration will give staff hope and boost their morale to safeguard the country's security and keep us all safe. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Straight and to the point.
Mandibulise kubahlali bangaphambili. Igama lami ndinguvuyani. Ifane ngunelani. Ihlala apha eThembalethu. Ward 15.
Greetings to the chairperson and the panel. My name is Vuyani Nelani from Thembalethu, Ward 15.
Into endizawuza nayo kakhulu mna yile ngabantu bangaphandle. Ngoba ke sizawuthetha i-drugs, nge-drugs. Okanye sithethe ngokumosha kwabantwana. Kodwa isuka phi le nto?
My input is about the foreign nationals. We are going to talk about drugs and our children who are rowdy, but where does that derive from?
Xa ungena apha eThembalethu ayinqabanga le nto. Xa ungena apha eThembalethu kwindawo kuthiwa i-4-way stop bazithengisa phaa i-drugs. Amapolisa akenzi into ngaloo nto. Amapolisa ayayazi Ndikhumbula ngo-2009 sake sozigubhulula pha aphinda amapolisa aziphindisa pha.
It's not difficult to find out why the children are rowdy and uncontrollable. If you enter Thembaletu, there's a place referred to as four-way stop. That's where the selling point is. That's where they sell these drugs. We went out in 2009 to do a search, and we found a lot of them, took it to the police, but later on we discovered that the police returned those drugs to the very same people that we got them from.
Ndibuye ndize kumasipala. Umasipala uyasithelekisa. Mna ndiyi-ward committee. Abantu bathenga izindlu ngo-2000 kwabanye abantu. Azothi ngo-2015, ngo-2024 azofuna ubulandlu yakhe back ewayethengisile nge-R1,000 ngelo xesha ayininzi loo mali ngelo xesha. Ngo-2000.
And coming to the municipality, our municipality is creating a havoc and confusion among us. For instance, people in 2000, they will sell their RTP houses, and now in 2024, the very person who sold out the house is coming back to demand the very same house.
Umasipala uzawunika lo mntu wayemgqibele ngelo xesha karenti norenta amnike i-title deed.
Then the municipality will issue a title deed for that person who doesn't even pay rent.
Lo uhlala ngaphakathi umuntu akambali noba uyintoni uthi makaphume.
The one who's staying in the house is not taken in consideration. It's just being evicted.
Akabuyiselwa nemali yakhe nalo R1,000 ngelo xesha na uyakhutshwa qha.
And even the amount, the R1,000 the person paid then is not even being repaid.
Athi umasipala thina masilungise loo nto sizi-ward committee.
And then the municipality will put us as the ward committee in the center and say, let us try to resolve that issue.
Xa siyilungisa le nto kufumaniseka into yoba masibheke off.
And then in our process of trying to create some resolution, we had to go to court.
Xa sifika ehof kuthethwa ngencwadi akuthethwa enye into akuvuwa le nto esiyithethayo abanaxesha lethu noba sizi-ward committee noba sizintoni na.
When you come to court, they want documentation. They don't listen to whatever we are saying, and they don't even care about our status of being ward committees.
Le ndiyacela ke ngoku apha kuni ngale bail nizanayo le bail nizanayo niyilandelele because umasipala wethu siyamazi bathina abantu bamnyama kasifuni.
Therefore, I appeal to you, as you are here for this bill, please do some follow-up of the issue that I'm raising, because our municipality don't care about us, we blacks.
Ndiyabulela enkosi.
I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ngolo mhlali ngaphambili bahlekazi nabahlali igama lami ke ngumzolisi Christopher Sathula from Blackberry Bay.
My name is Mzulisi Christopher Satula from Plettenberg Bay.
Yilungu le ward committee.
I'm a member of the ward committee.
Anduziba mde zabetha nje kozelekazi.
I'll be very brief.
And okokuqala ndiyayipasisa le bill
Firstly, I support the bill
kuba ize at the right time. Izwe lethu ngokuselithe sango univile abantu bethetha apha nivile abantu bethetha bekhala ngokungasebenzi nokucollapse kwestate. And le bill ke into enithandayo iza nala recommendation ka Dr. Mafumadi implementa yona because phakathi there was a failure ye state.
This bill came at the right time in the sense that if you can look around the country, the state is failing, is collapsing, and it is addressing what was recommended by Dr. Mufamadi.
Yeah. La looting where state officials failed to account. And abantu abaphuwa ne climate as South Africa balamle babazi victims no business. And in fact, business confidence yehla ngalando yenzo because up to today ngubani account ngalando yenzikayo? Nobody.
The looting, the state officials who are corrupt and
Or intelligence units.
the intelligence units that as a structure is failing.
Fail. dismal. And ndiphinde nditsibe ke njengoba andifuna mde. And into endiyithandayo kule bill ke people is that as you know ngoku kukho imibutho ngoku ebhizinisi yayo South Africa. Yeah, through the borders. Even now,
What I like
with
about this,
borders, kwenziwa imali phaya South Africa, but we have a state.
what I like about this bill, it also addresses the issue of if you check all the borders, there are people who are doing business over the borders.
Niyayazi loo nto leyo.
I think
And-
you are fully aware about that.
What I want ngale bill ke endiyithandayo kukho la kuzawusetwa la academy. Ndingathanda ba la academy yale intelligence structure safonyisho sesale intelligence. Sithi take into account ke ku recruitwe youth li unemployed. And it must also recommend ke kwezi ndawo kwezi borders apho caba kuyathutyelezwa kukho nojika like eSwaziland pha uba uya eSwaziland ujikela ngapha ya kodwa uya kwenye ilizwe ngujikele kulaa yabona nto yenkomo kuthiwe nje uya kwenye country ne drugs zingena ngela hlobo ke and kuqeshwe youth.
In the establishment of this academy, I would suggest that this academy should target the unemployed youth and deploy some of them, especially on the borders, because in the borders, there's a lot of illegal crossing that is taking place. For instance, if you go to Swazini, there's a term that they use that you just turn around, as if you turn around the corner, and yet you are going to another country.
So inganceda kakhulu and ungakwazi ukusebenza kwe-intelligence ibangela ono-business ba-exploite abasebenzi balapha locally. I-union ke zifile ke zona because kukho i-cheap labor efika i-displace i-local labor and ibangela abantu base-South Africa babe unemployed because kaloku ba-expensive which is their right. Aba bafikayo they are cheap.
They are
get a job.
the failing of the intelligence has resulted to the people of our country being exploited by the business people because they come up with the people who are cheap labor who would take over their jobs, and our community members that are local who have a right to sometimes rebel because those who are cheap now are taking over their jobs. That is the foreign nationals.
And this is our work idaba elingapheliyo kanti i-state liyasilwisa.
And that is a never-ending fight, and yet that is the cause of that is the state, is the failure of the state.
And okugqibela ke le new structure nxa seyifundiswe I'm sure ke nizawukwazi ke ngokunani ukuacounta because you must remember kule old structure le aphilwayo ngokulungiswayo kwi-state capture is about 600 million that was not accounted for. And that money ke and I don't know how many houses, how many indlela engezekwe Transkei no masipala abanganamanzi ngoku ngalamali inga sozifumaneke for that matter.
I hope this new structure is going to be able to account, because with the new one that is being amended, they could not account. If you remember, during the Zondo Commission, there's some amount of about 6 million which is not accounted for. How many houses and road constructions could have been
understood it
constructed
to be
from that 6
not
million?
6 million, 600.
600, yeah, sorry, 600 million. Yeah.
600 million, thank you.
Yes. And lastly ke awusezube nawo amapolisa asebenzayo kakuhle ungenayo intelligence.
Lastly, you won't find a good and effective police service without the intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oscar, cool.
Diabolisa torhwana kwisigqebe esihleli pha phambili. Diabolisa torhwana kwisigqebe esihleli pha phambili. Diabolisa kumuntu wonke kule ndawo apha emva kwami.
Greetings to the panel in front of me and everybody behind me.
Incinci into enzanayo kodwa inkulu. Ndingucingile Harry Scap.
My name is Cingile Harry Scap
Ndihlala eThemba Lethu.
from Thembalethu
Ndikuwa 13
at Ward 13.
and ndikwa kunye ne neighborhood watch.
I'm also a part of the neighborhood watch.
Ke into endizanayo incinci.
Mine is a small issue.
Kungena i-drugs amapolisa ekhona.
Drugs are coming into the country whilst we have police services.
Abantwana bethu abekuhlaleni abasabonakali ngathi ngabantu.
Our children where we are staying are no longer like human beings,
Ba affected i-drugs.
are affected by the drugs.
Izindlu ezithengiswa i-drugs amapolisa agqitha kuzo.
And the houses where drugs are being sold, police just pass those houses.
Ngoku sekubiwa nabantu ethemba lethu kulahleka abantwana.
And now at Tembalethu, there's a new crime that of human trafficking. We are losing our children.
Thina ne-neighborhood watch ebusuku asilali.
We as the neighborhood watch, we don't sleep over the night.
Sifunana naba bantu babiweyo.
We are going around searching, trying to find the missing people.
Siyacela ku-government ukuba u-government makasincede. Ingabe issue yethu sodwa lena, ibe issue yethu kunye namapolisa. Xa siya emapoliseni kuko event eyi-1.
I'm appealing to government that should come to our rescue and assist us, that this issue should not be our baby alone. Police should be involved. When we go to the police station, you'll find out there's only one police van.
Ifana nento yokuba xa kugula abantu elokishini kuko i-ambulance eyi-1.
The same when somebody is ill in the community, you'll find out there's only one ambulance,
Ekufuneka ikhavarishe ithemba lethu iphela.
which has to cover the entire of Tembalethu.
Siyacela ke ku-government.
We are appealing to the government
U-government makasincede.
to assist us.
I-neighborhood watch akukho nto uyifumanayo.
At the neighborhood watch, there's nothing that we are getting in return for our sweat.
Yenza umsebenzi omkhulu nam ndikhona apha.
The neighborhood watch is doing a very big job, of which I'm part of.
Kwaye ndikwi-ward committee mna qala.
I'm also a member of the ward committee.
Xa sibabizayo amapolisa kukho into esiyifumene okanye idivi ezibiweyo nayonke loo nto. Akwenziwa following up, kuthathwa nje aba bantu ngomso aba bantu bahamba endleleni.
When we summon the police, after discovering some stolen items or properties like TV, they'll come and apprehend those people and their items, and the following day we find those people have been released.
Akukho ke i-case evulwayo yasecourt.
There'll be no case that will be taken to court.
So bethina bantu be-neighborhood watch sife nokuba kwenzeke ntoni kuba le court le case ibheke phambili okanye itheni asobe siphinde sive nto.
We don't get any feedback as the neighborhood watch as to what happened to the case.
Cela ku-government into yokuba makabeke iliso
I
kula
would
maxhego.
appeal to the government to take cognizance of this old man.
Ibill siyayamkela
We welcome the bill.
ukuba ibill izawusinceda ukubheka phambili.
That is going to help us going forward.
Asinabuhlanga thina.
We are not racist.
Sifuna nje into mayibheke phambili.
The only thing we want progress.
Asijonganga ngemva uba kwakutheni pha.
We don't look forward as to what happened in the past.
Sijonge into yokuba makuhambe kubhekwe phambili nabantu bethu babe safe.
We just want to move forward and our people to be safe.
Siyayamkela ibill.
We
Enkosi
welcome the
kakhulu.
bill. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Mandibulise kubahlali ngaphambili bonke.
Greetings to the panel at large
Ndibulisa kubahlali ndihamba nabo abasemva kwam.
and my fellow community members behind me.
Mna ndingu NJ Feni.
My name is NJ Feni.
Ndihlala eThemba lethu.
From Tembalethu.
Ndize ndizokwenza isicelo.
I came here to make a request
Kubaphathi abasuka eParlamente.
to the leaders from Parliament.
Ilizwe lonke liyagula. kangangokuba kugula nolutsha.
The entire country or community members are kind of sick, if I may put it in that way. And even our younger community members.
Ikliniki mnta umhlali ngaphambili ziyagcwala ngabantu.
Clinics are full on daily basis.
Bavuka ekseni bokwenza iqueue eklinik sibadala singa ninganiboni ndimhle ndi over 70.
The people would wake up very early in the morning to queue at the clinics, including myself at my age. Don't see the way my appearance as young as I look, but I'm above 70.
Uminister wezempilo makayeke unxiba isuti pha eParlamente anxibe overall azochekisha iklinik ingaba ziqhuba kakuhle nanabantu.
The Minister of Health should not just be dressed in his smart suit at Parliament. He should put on some overall and go around the clinics and to check as to how they serve.
Akajonge umsebenzi awumeleyo pha eParlamente uqhubekeka ngendlela ephucukileyo na.
And take charge and check if the work that he represents at Parliament as to whether it is performed according to standards.
Ungangena kwiiklinik zonke uyofika sigcwele abaye bangaphandle into ozayifumana pha kuthiwa hayi kushort staff.
You can go to all the clinics, you'll find it's full to capacity, up to outside, it's overflowing. And then when you go inside, you'll be told that they are understaffed.
NgoNovember lo gqithileyo nge-16 kaNovember intombi yam ifuna ioxygen kwathiwa pha eklinik ethemba lethu siyatshayisa thina ngoku asikwazi ukunceda umntanam wafela pha phambi kweklinik nge-16 kaNovember.
On 16 November last year, my daughter went to the clinic. She was in need of oxygen. She was just told that it's their knock-off time now. As a result, she passed on in front of the clinic.
Kanti ngumuntu ofike ngexesha kwakusasa pha wagqiba imini ephaya laptshona ilanga engakwazi ukuncedwa kuthiwa hayi khawuhlale pha phansi uminister makakwazi ukufakela istaff siyashota kutshiwo eziklinik.
And yet she arrived early in the morning. She spent the entire day there without being attended until the time that the nurses were found it's their knock-off time. Please let the minister go and add some more staff in the clinics because that's the information we are told that they are understaffed.
Umzekelo okokuba ubheke eklinik uthi ufuna utsala izinyo ngoku uze ngoJanuary uzawunika idate kaJune kodwa izinyo lokuqaqambela ngoku.
For example, if you go to clinic for your teeth to be extracted because of the pain, you will be given a date of June and yet you are suffering right now.
Ndiyacela ke kuni bahlali ngaphambili uminister makakahambe awoye umsebenzi wakhe. Andifuna uthetha ngokwasezilalini. Ndithetha mna kule ndawo ndihlala kuyo.
I'm appealing to you, honorable members. The minister should come out and perform his duties. I don't even want to refer to the villages. I'm just referring to the place where I'm staying.
Okokuba nenze lonto ukuba makebheke noko iklinik sibadala abantu abadala bahlala imini yonke eklinik.
If you can at least do that they should pay attention to the clinics. We are old, we cannot suffer this much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Enkosi. Okokuqala mandibulise indlu yomthetho onke amalungu ayakhoyo phakathi kwethu.
Firstly, let me greet the honorable members present here.
Ndibulise bonke abantu abakhoyo apha phakathi endlini abaze kule bill.
And everybody present here.
Igama lam ndinguMelikhaya kuSkuni surname.
My name is Melikaya Skun.
Ndiphuma kulamhlaba waseMossel Bay Ward 2.
From Mossel Bay Ward 2.
Deputy chairperson kwi-Ward Committee ka Ward 2.
I'm the deputy chairperson of the Ward Committee of Ward 2.
Ndiyalibulela nami le chance uba ndike ndizokuthetha kule bill.
I thank the opportunity to air my voice in this bill.
Kodwa ke phambi koba ndiyamkele le bill okanye ndiyigxibe make ndiqale nje kulamasolotya ambalwa kuthethiwe ngayo apha.
Before indicating as to whether I support this bill or I don't support, let me first address myself towards the clauses that has been mentioned here.
Elinene iyafuna ukuqatshelwa into yabantu abavolontiya nje mahala.
It is true that the issue of people who are volunteering just freely, it should be taken into cognizance.
Kube kukho abantu istate esibabhatalela ulwaphulo lomthetho.
And yet there are people that are being paid for committing crime.
Aba bantu ke babizwa ngoba ngamapolisa bajongene nento yoba ngaba zonke izigilamkhuba mazibe kanti ziphelelwa ngulaa msebenzi zicinga ziyawenza.
And those are the people who are the police who their duties is to make sure that the criminals come to an end with their criminal activities.
Kujike urhulumente afuna uthatha abantu bangalala emizini yabo. Boma ngobomi babo phaphandle babulawe kungekho nto bayifumanayo.
And then the government will expect these people to leave their houses during the night and stand around the streets without sleeping or getting their sleep, just to make sure that criminals don't continue with their activities.
Dijamele 1.4.4 kule bill sithetha ngayo.
I'm looking at clause 1.4 on the bill.
Uthi the bill empowers the president to appoint a retired judge.
Uthi ke umongameli unegunya loba ke makachonge ijaji edla umhlala phansi.
Kodwa ndiyaqiniseka la judge xa ifika phaa izofana naba bantu bahamba ubusuku bonke ingabhatalwa.
But I'm pretty sure that that retired judge, when appointed by the president, won't be volunteering like these people who are volunteering.
Kudala umsebenzi ukhona nemali eSouth Africa.
There's been work and money in South Africa for some time.
Bukela lento kuba kubekho i6 billion ezibiweyo kodwa kuthiwa kho mali za kubhatala abantu ababeka ubomi babo esichengeni.
Just look at the issue that there's 6 billion that has been stolen, and yet there's no money to pay for the people who are risking their lives.
Umcimbi we-neighborhood watch kudala yaba ngumsebenzi into enayo urhulumente esinayo akafuna ukuyiphehlelela ngokusesikweni ukuze aba bantu bafumane imali.
The issue of neighborhood watch has been a job that needed to be done for some time, but the government don't want to accept it as something that is official so that they can be paid.
Ndiqonda kakuhle into yoba le bill inayo into efuna ukusikhusela kubanqolobi.
Yes, I understand this bill does want to address the issue of protecting us from terrorism.
Kodwa ke sihlobo zami ke uYesu wafa efela abantu bethu mabangafeli abantu beshiya abantwana babo emva bengenabatata bobakhulisa ngomso.
Yes, we understand Jesus Christ died for sins of other people, but we cannot allow our fellow committee members to die in protection of other people whilst they left their families and children at their home.
Qinisekani ndlo mthetho siyafuna uyenza lento ngemilenze engenamikhinqi kodwa asifuna ushiya abantwana bethu emva bengenabazali.
Rest assured, we are willing to do what we are doing, we do want to do it, but we don't want to leave our children unnecessarily for nothing.
Lungisani ke bobawo.
Please correct that.
Lungisani singamane siphathelwe ibill kungabikho nto ibonakalayo emveni kwazo.
We should not always be told about the bills and yet we don't see anything after that.
Ibill yona ndiyayamkela enkosi.
I welcome the bill. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Abasekuhlaleni nabakunqongileyo. Amna andizanga ngento eninzi. Benzoyenza nje kuba ezintetho zingalahleki ziphele esithubeni.
To the chairperson and the fellow panelists and the community members, there's not much that I want to say, but I just want to bless and cover all that has been said in this gathering.
Ukuba ziyangena ezintetho zonke ezibekwe apha kule bill. Ukuba ezintetho sithethiweyo sinokwazi ungena nazo ngokwesubmission ezakwenziwa kwaze zingalahleki zibe inxalenye zale bill.
If all this submission that has been mentioned recently should also be encompassed and be part of this bill and not get lost.
Mhlali ngaphambile Oh, this guy is Andrew Stemel, Isaiah Stemel.
My name is Isaiah Stemele
Phaya eThembalete ekuhlaleni.
from Tembalethu.
Di leader khona.
I'm a community leader there.
Difuna more special ngoko neighborhood watch. Abantu abahamba ebusuku benceda abantwana bethu kwizange. Njengoba bekhala besithi asinanto esinayo siyazibeka apha ekuhlaleni sizama ukukhusela abantwana bethu nabantu ke abadala abathanda uhamba ebusuku zi-intelligence asebusuku bendifuna ke umhlali waphambili zingapheleli apha izinto bazibekayo bendifuna bayazi into yokuba anizimamelanga but nizisele indlebe makodwa kuze ziphile funeka wenziwa i-sharp mission of le 15 days niyibekileyo nansi into bendifuna uyilungisa.
With regard to the neighborhood watch, the people who would risk their lives to protect our children and also protect our fellow community members who like to walk around the night, people who are risking their lives, I wish that their issue should not just end here. It should not only end by you listening to them, but you should even kind of drink what they are saying. And it should not only end by oral submissions, they should also make contribution and make use of this the 15th deadline and make some written submission.
Okay. What I would like that the submission of these gentlemen been written down to be submitted to this bill before the 15, that they not get lost. If just now they wake up and just talk, and then that will not add value into this bill. It must be submitted. Niki submit kwelonto neighborhood watch ingasukudityanwa. Otherwise without basithethe apha empowerment yena izoba khona without submission funeka siyenze kula tafile kodwa ibills isanda uyifumana funeka kuyofundwa le bill kubone ukuba ungafakelwa phi amandla ka neighborhood watch.
We need to go back and study this bill. We should not end on just this oral submission that we made here. We should go back, study the bill, and come up with a written submission that we need to submit before the 15th.
Into endibonayo ke ngoku ndibona kuba akonto edefiniweyo enantsiweyo apha kuthiwa kuzothi but andikayiphumi yonke andikho sure andifuni igqibele ukuba kuyiwa ngaphi of i-definition kuyiwa ngaphi kule bill cha into isabekiwe nje mayiqhubekeke but ke sizayifunda sibone ukuba kuzothwani apha kule bill.
I'm not totally clear about this bill.
Amendment.
On this amendment bill, as far as the definitions are concerned, but I hope that we will get chance to study the bill and get a clear direction.
Diyaphela apho neighborhood watch ingaske ke nicompile kwaze niqiniswe nibhatalwe kube kwizithuthi ekuba kufuneka nihambile ekuhlaleni inkulu ithemba lethu.
To the neighborhood watch, I wish that their submission should be compiled. All that they need some transport because Tembaletu is a very big area and they need also to be paid and so forth.
Yobamba izange ngehlanza esiphethe ikapme sesiphethe umpu
They go
anibhatalwa nithini funeke lonto nizanye uempowerishwa kule bill makodwa ngokwesubmission enizayifaka but ngothetha nizofakwa ndawo nithethe nje yaphela esithubeni.
With the submission that they still have to write down, they should indicate that they need some kind of empowerment because they go out to risking their lives to apprehend criminals who are armed with what we call kapmes and firearms, but they go barehanded to apprehend those people. So they really need to be protected.
Ndiyayithanda imeko uba nidele izindlu zenu ningalali. Loo nto that's why into bendivukela yiloo nto qha. Ayikho enye ukuba nam andiboni uba ndingahamba ebusuku kwezangi. Ndingafa nje usuka ubheka phaa phandle. Makodwa nidelile nina loo nto ingaske ni-empowerishwe kule bill niphinde nje bazophinda into eyi-1 ndiphelele nje kuloo ndawo ingaske kwenzeke i-submission.
To the neighborhood watch, I like the fact that you risk your lives, leave your children at night and roam around the street to make sure that the other people are safe. I never thought of that myself. That's the only reason that made me to come here, just to make sure that they get empowered. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Maybe I need to say that, well, wherever we have been, we are already from Limpopo and Gauteng.
Nkosi kakhulu mandisho ukuthi kwindawo esesisuka kuzo beseseLimpopo naseGauteng.
And there are areas that are very common that almost all provinces are talking about. Things like foreigners that are all over the place, if that is the right term of saying it. Some not documented and so on. That is the common thing, and I should think every other, they fall under the security of the country.
Een ding wat die bespreking in gemeen het met die ander provinsies wat ons besoek het, is natuurlijk ook die kwessie oor buitelanders en baie van hulle wat onwettig in die land is, en so meer.
Yeah, most of these things, even if maybe they might not be directly linked to this bill, but as long as they talk about the security of the country in some way, they are related to the bill. So all of the inputs that were given here as parliamentarians, people who usually say, since you are already here, we are going to tell you every other thing, even if we don't focus specifically on what you say. But we will make a report on all of these things. And those that are not directly linked to this bill, we will send to the relevant portfolio committees.
Unezilezinto ezithe zathethwa apha nokuba ezinye zazo azichaphazelani okanye azinxulumelananga nalo mthetho osihlomelo size ngawo, kodwa ukuba ngaba zinento kwenza nokhuseleko ziyachaphazeleka ke. Nako konke okunye okuthe kwathethwa abanye abahlali bathe ke kuba senilapha neyipalamente sawuse sinixhobisa nangezinye izinto ezingabi ngendlela zasekuhlaleni. Ezinjalo ke ezingekho phansi kwale komiti zona sizawuthunyelwa kuloo mnyango okanye kuloo masebe afanelekileyo okanye kwikomiti ezimele bazijoyine nemicimbi efana naleyo.
Baie van die goede wat hier genoem was, is baie keer nie regstreeks oor wat die wetsontwerp is wat ons bespreek het nie, maar dit gaan oor die veiligheid van die land. En wat ons sal doen is, ons sal dit alles insluit in ons besprekings en wat ons gaan voorlê, sodat dit ook in berekening gebring kan word, want dit gaan daarom oor die veiligheid van die land en wat hier gebeur.
Yeah, I wouldn't, if I go over this, I might start answering some of the questions that were raised, and that is not the aim. But all I was saying is that if something has got to do with health, there will be the portfolio committee of health. If the neighborhood watch falls under the police or under, then we will send that to the relevant portfolio committees. If there's any other thing that it's directly linked, then that is what we will deal with. But every other thing that was said, it's going to be in a report, and that report is going to be used in the bill itself.
Nangona bentshilo that asangizophendula mibuzo kodwa ke kwizinto ezithe zaphakanyiswa apha umzekelo kuthethwa nangemicimbi yezempilo ikhona ikomiti yezempilo esepalamente izawuthatha lo micimbi siyithumele kuloo komiti kwathethwa nangemicimbi ye-neighborhood watch ukuba ngaba imicimbi yayo ingena kwikomiti yezobupolisa izawuthatha imicimbi yayo ithunyelwe khona neminye ke imicimbi ethe yavela engangqamananga nale komiti ayithethi ukuthi kuba ingenanto kwenza nalo mthethilwayo asizuyihoya izawuhoywa ngokuthunyelwa kuloo masebe ikwezo komiti zisebenza nalo masebe achaphazelekayo yonke ngamanye amazinto yathethwa apha kuzawuqulunqwa ingxelo ezothi ke iyothiwa thaca ke kwindluwisomthetho epalamente.
Dinge wat hier genoem was, so spesifiek toe daar oor gesondheid gepraat was of soos die kwessie van die CPF's wat onder die polisie val nie direk in die bespreking van die ad hoc komitee nie. So dit sal verwys word na die relevante komitees, portefeulje komitees, sodat hulle dit kan aanraak en kyk en sien wat hulle daaroor kan doen. Maar al die ander dinge wat spesifiek genoem is oor hierdie voorgestelde wetgewing wat hier genoem is, gaan ons alles in 'n verslag instel wat dan gaan bespreek word in die parlement en natuurlik al die insette wat u gelewer het is baie belangrik en sal deel van hierdie verslag word.
Maybe the last thing from my side would be to say, let's use the extension up to the 15th and submit whatever other inputs we still feel we need to give to the committee, to the ad hoc committee.
Masiqukumbele ngelithi ke masisebenzise ke lo mhla we-15 ukutsho ukuthi ke masisebenzise lithuba silinikweyo ukuthi uba kukhona ntoni na eyenye esisacinga ukuthi sifuna uyongeza kwiziphakamiso esithe sasinikezela apha masibhale sithumele ke kulaa email address besithunyelwe kuyo ingekabethi ke umhla we-15.
Wat ek baie sterk wil voorstel is, natuurlik was die datum wat al die voorleggings ingehandig moet word verder uitgestel tot die 15de toe en ek vra dat as julle enige geskrewe voorstelle het, julle het natuurlik die e-posadres, julle kan dit per e-pos stuur, stuur dit alles asseblief aan na die komitee toe, sodat ons dit in die verslag kan sit en natuurlik daaroor kan beraadslag. Dit is baie belangrik dat die geleentheid gebruik om die insette te lewer, tot die 15de van Februarie.
Can I then ask if I've got an announcement to make? I should think the announcement would be that those that have got, are they yellow or orange stickers, maybe let them remain in here, remain sitting here. Somebody would talk to them. Thank you very much, and I think we have reached the end of the meeting.
Bonke ke abantu abanezi stickers yellow bazinikiweyo bazibekwe phe emnyango mabahlale phansi apha bangakhuleki njena khona nje imiyalezo ofuneka udluliswe kubo.
Almal wat die stickers, die geel stickers het. Julle moet sit en bly, daar is iemand wat aankondiging sal maak oor wat verder sal gebeur.
Dit is die einde van die vergadering.
En dis die einde van die sessie, dankie.